Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at why the actual Force Ghosts didn't come in to help Rey at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, and why she just heard the voices. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. One of the things many of us would have liked to seen in The Rise of Skywalker is at the very end, when Rey is about to defeat Palpatine, is we hear Rey being talked to the voices of the Jedi, and this would have been an excellent opportunity for Disney to put all of these Force Ghosts in the actual film. It would have been amazing to see Luke, Anakin, and Yoda and Obi-Wan, all of them right by Rey, and that would have been so amazing to really re-emphasize the fact that it really is all the Jedi. And there are some spectacular fan edits out there that you can look at of that scene with those Force Ghosts in there, and they're quite spectacular, I must say. But in terms of the reason why they didn't come in, here is my basic theory on this. So, it seems that in canon, that Force Ghosts can only appear to those who knew them in person. For example, you have Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Luke sees Yoda and Obi-Wan, and at the very end, Anakin. In The Last Jedi, Luke then again sees Yoda. In The Rise of Skywalker, Rey sees only Luke and Leia, both of whom she knew. So this would, in theory, explain why Anakin did not appear in The Rise of Skywalker, or throughout the entire trilogy to Kylo Ren / Ben Solo or Rey. So, in canon, Force spirits are beings who gained immortality through the preservation of consciousness. So this would be their preservation of their consciousness after their death. So when they died, they became one with the Force. Everybody, I think, is aware of that. So through special training, however, deceased Force-sensitive individuals could retain their identity and therefore communicate with the living. By achieving spiritual immortality, a person's physical form would then vanish upon their death, leaving just their consciousness. This knowledge could be learned only by those who fully embraced the light side of the Force, such as the Jedi who lived by a code of selflessness and sacrifice. The followers of the dark side of the Force, such as the Sith, were incapable of learning this power, which I think we were also under the assumption of. So that's what we have in the canon aspect of what the Force Ghost is. And so, since these weren't Force spirits, you have to be taught how to become one. And several of the voices heard in the climax of the film had never learned that. And if you take a look at something that Dave Filoni said, he said that one of the voices isn't dead. He then pointed out how, and it's believed that he was referring to Ahsoka based on some of the Twitter images he then tweeted out after saying that. But he pointed out how in The Empire Strikes Back, Leia was able to hear Luke through the Force, and Luke was able to hear Vader, which I think is a key point that a lot of us will tend to overlook when discussing this. So Rey was accessing, and this is where it gets a little more deep into the lore, Rey was accessing the world between worlds in that scene, which is Rebels, and that's important, because in the Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary, again connecting multiple mediums, as Disney loves to do, the Visual Dictionary for the Rise of Skywalker highlighted the world between worlds in the ancient texts that Rey was studying, meaning we were supposed to watch it for that, and then the movie came out, so they were able to weave it all together. So the novelization also confirmed that it was the world between worlds she was accessing when the battle above her disappeared to be replaced by the starfield, and that is where the voices came from. So for those of you who are thinking, what is the world between worlds? The world between worlds is as follows. And this is again according to the canon Star Wars databank on StarWars.com. The world between worlds is behind the ancient painting of the Mortis gods on the Lothal Jedi Temple is a world between worlds, a collection of pathways and doors between time and space. Uncovered by the Empire, the Emperor sought entrance, as access would grant him unimaginable power. But the Padawan, Ezra Bridger, found the key to unlocking the world between worlds first, and would ultimately thwart Palpatine's plans. So, this all connects. As you see, if you've been following the channel, you are very aware of what I'm about to say, is that Disney is continuing to seed different plot points and weave them together throughout all of these mediums to create a more coherent canon universe. So, to conclude and really tie this back together, Force ghosts can only appear to those who knew them in person. For example, again, Luke in 6 sees Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. In 8, Luke sees Yoda, and in 9, Rey sees Luke and Leia. So this would explain why The Rise of Skywalker had Rey not see all of these Force ghosts, but she heard them at the climax of the film. So, and again, the important part here of the novelization essentially confirming all of this, is the novelization confirmed that it was the world between worlds she was accessing when the battle above her disappeared. So, when she ceases to see Poe and Lando and Finn and everybody battling it out, she was able to be seeing the Starfield, which is where the voices came from, accessing the world between worlds. So, a lot there and a lot to take in there, but that is my theory essentially, in tying it all together throughout the canon of why the Force ghosts didn't actually physically appear to Rey, and why at the end of the film only Luke and Leia were able to. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.